on my screen. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what have been happening in SPIRE in the past around 6 months. So let's see what are the recent work that has been completed related with the plugins or plugin enhancements. We have now a new key manager plugin for Google Cloud. So it supports the Google Cloud key KMS. So now, in addition to the AWS KMS, you can also use the GCP KMS plugin. Another enhancement related with plugins in the Kubernetes workload attester gained a capability to be able to validate container images signatures through the use of SIG-Store. That was a huge effort, and that finally is part of the Kubernetes workload attester, although it's still experimental. But you can see that you can enable that, and you will have a new set of selectors related with the container image signatures that works with SIG-Store. Let's see. Related with the SBIT issuance, we had over the years requests or demand to be a little bit more flexible in terms of the attributes that the SBITs can have or can be customized, both for the X5 now and JSBIT. So in response to that, we introduced a new plugin type that is the Credential Composer plugin, where you're now able to customize the X509 SBIT and JSBIT, the different attributes that those SBITs can have. So now that's the way to be able to perform a customization for that. Also, you're now able to have separate TTLs for X5 now and JSBIT. You will probably want to have a shorter TTL for JSBIT in the general case, but also there may be use cases where you want to adjust that and may not be aligned with the X509 SBIT. And like in previous, like the original behavior, we had like a hard-coded default for 5 minutes for JSBIT. Then there was a change in the behavior where it got the TTLs for defined for the X509 SBIT, and then so we fixed that, and we have separate default values and separate settings in the registration level where you can set the TTLs for the different SBITs. Let's see. In terms of the Windows support, running SPIRE on Windows as a Windows service is like a natural thing to do, and we we heard from the community that that would be something useful. So we introduced the support to be able to run SPIRE as a Windows service. We didn't make any change in terms of how the artifacts are released, or in the way that SPIRE is installed. SPIRE doesn't reason about how it is deployed, and it doesn't have any logic to install the service. The support is related to provide the support to understand the different service state transitions, so you can install and configure the Windows service to run SPIRE as a Windows service. In terms of the CLI commands, we extended the CLIs to be able to have JSON output support. So now you can consistently have a JSON output for the different commands. Previously, the output was and still is the default. You have a more a human readable output, but now you can also set the output to be a JSON format. That's probably better to be consumed by a program. Related with the release artifacts, we have now the SPIRE release images built from scratch. That means that they have the strictly necessary the things related to be able to run the released binaries, and we are now also supporting the ARM64 architecture. We still need to do some work related with the testing. We have some manual steps involved for that, because we don't have integrated in our CI/CD pipeline the testing for the ARM64 architecture. But still we support that, and we are doing manual testing for that, and we should be able to have an automation for that. The thing is that it's a little challenging, because GitHub runners don't natively support the ARM64 architecture for now, so we're finding a workaround for that. There are some updates related with other projects under the SPIFFE umbrella that are related with SPIRE. We have now the SPIFFE Helm charts. I know that has been a huge effort of number of people. I know Faisal has been involved on that, Marco, Kevin, and a number of people that contributed and are contributing to this effort to make it easier to deploy SPIRE and all the related components in Kubernetes. So that's very good to have. Also, related with the SPIFFE helper, the SPIFFE helper is a tool or utility that you can use mostly on environments where you have software that don't natively speak with the workload API. So with the SPIFFE helper, you can fetch the SBITs from the workload API and launch launch a program and signal that program when the SVIDs are renewed. A typical case for this is are the databases that where you can perform certificate authentication, but they don't still support natively to speak to the workflow API. So this has been proven to be useful for the community, and we didn't have before dedicated maintainers, and now Faisal and Marcos are maintaining the project. And if you are interested or you have been using SPIFFE helper and want to provide some feedback, I know that in the repository there is a link to a document where you can answer or suggest things or describe the way that you have been using this tool, and provide some feedback for improvements. So thank you, Faisal and Marcos, for that. Okay, let's talk about what's coming in SPIRE. We will be having the Azure KMS also managed signing keys. So that's a new key manager plugin. Thank you very much to Mohamed Omar that has contributed to this, and the PR is still in review process, but we are close to that, and should be able to be part of SPIRE very soon. So thanks again for that effort. I know it takes a lot of time to create that kind of plugin. So thank you again. We will be introducing bundle publisher plugins. Basically, the bundle publisher will be able to publish the bundle to a remote location. What we have now today for that are the notifier plugins. But we learned over the years that the notifier interface was thought with a more general case, and we have been really using it only for the publishing of bundles. So the new bundle publisher interface is a lot more targeted to this specific case. And also there will be like a new component or package in SPIRE that will be handling this, and hopefully that will be a lot more clear and have a more efficient way to handle the publishing bundles. So that's coming. Also, Marcos Jacob has been working a lot on the key revocation and force rotation work, and that also will be very good to have in SPIRE a lot more easy way to react and to a security incident like a key that's compromised with this work. SPIRE or the operator should be able to quickly revoke the compromised keys, and SPIRE should be able to propagate the change, and that would make things a lot easier than it is today to react to those kinds of events. So that's also coming, and I think that's all I have in terms of SPIRE updates. Not sure if there are any questions at this time.
Hi, Agustin. Sorry, just posed the question. I'm wondering if there is any document or public draft or something about this bundled publisher plugin.
Yeah, so the interface is already merged in the SPIRE plugin SDK, and there is also an open PR in SPIRE core that introduces the support for this. But yeah, mate, I'm not sure if you're interested in something specifically.
No, I'm more interested in how it will work in general. But yeah, thanks for pointing out. I'll take a look at the OpenPRs. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it should be like pretty straightforward. Like SPIRE core will be in charge of monitoring for changes in the bundle, and if it detects that there is a change in the bundle, it will just go through the configured bundle publishers plugins and call the publish method. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
No question, just a quick comment. Thanks for the shout out, Agustin. And I had fun doing it. I definitely encourage people to contribute. I think my understanding of SPIRE has changed after my contribution. So definitely something I encourage folks to do. Doesn't have to be big, anything.
Okay, thank you for that.
Any other questions for Augustine? I know Ryan had a question, Seven. I think you replied. We can go through those towards the end again. Cool. With that, I'll thank you, Augustine. I'll pass it over to Umar.